Hey there. Last week I joined you and was talking about consistency and how consistency wins. We all have this heap of habits, and when you're consistent with those habits, it's going to move you either forward or backward, depending on the quality in that heap of habits. So today I want to talk to you about what gets us off track with consistency. And what I find is excuses. We give ourselves excuses to not be consistent. So I'm going to share with you 3 top excuses that I feel like are the top ones. And I'm not only going to tell you what the excuse is, but I'm going to give you a new way to view it, a new way to respond to yourself when you hear this excuse come up. How are you going to react? You're going to get your answer here today. So I'm Kristin Wood, your favorite body wellness coach. And every week I give you a keep it super simple tip. It's something that's small, something that you can take action on. And when you take action with consistency, you are going to start to see your weight and wellness journey shift in the positive direction. Now, I typically work with women who are unhappy with their health. So these 3 excuses all relate to something around health and wellness and diet, and they're probably ones that I bet you've said a time or two. So the first one is the excuse that, well, I eat really healthy most of the time, so this isn't going to hurt that much. Is it? There's 2 parts of this excuse that I want you to question. The first part is that I eat healthy most of the time. What does that mean? What is most of the time to you, and is most of the time enough of the time? The I eat healthy, is that something you just want to do, and your want is so big that it makes it feel like that's what you're doing, but you're not really doing it? You know, this part of the I eat healthy most of the time, if that is your excuse and you're making that often, then you are really just creating a pattern that is worse than the actual cheat itself. It's the pattern because you're creating a pattern that you're doing it often. So really question yourself on that first part. The second part is it's not going to hurt that much. Well, is it? You know, if you are deciding to cut out sugar because you're trying to balance your blood sugar, then it's having the extra glass of wine, is having a big bowl of ice cream. Is that going to hurt? It might. You know, if you are removing gluten because you have a gluten intolerance, is having pizza going to hurt? It might. So be honest with yourself. When this excuse pops up, really check yourself. Are you being honest with this excuse? If you eat healthy most of the time, then good on you. The cheat's probably not going to derail you. The second excuse is the excuse of, well, I've been good for X amount of days. I deserve this. Do you? You know, how is that going to make you feel? Whatever your cheat is, if you're a savory person, if you're a sweet person, whatever that is, how is that really going to make you feel? Because you don't deserve to feel like crap. You deserve to feel good and energized. So get clear on, do you really deserve that? How is that going to make you feel? I heard a concept one time that has really stuck with me, and it is about I choose to be intentional versus being impulsive. Now, being intentional looks like me knowing that this weekend I have a party to go to, or I have I'm going out to dinner with friends, and knowing that I'm going to want the cake and ice cream, or I'm going to want the mixed drink. knowing that that is coming up and being intentional that, okay, I'm going to allow this, knowing that it's not going to hurt me. It's not going to make me feel bad in the quantity I choose to indulge in, but being intentional that this is what I'm going to do. And being intentional means you're probably making compensations, planning for it, putting things in place so that it doesn't make you feel bad. Being impulsive looks like grabbing the king-size candy bar at the checkout because it's calling your name. That's impulsive. Even if you have them, put it in the bag, and you don't get it until you get to the car, that's impulsive. Impulsive doesn't leave you feeling good. So ask yourself when this excuse comes up, am I being intentional about this indulgence, or am I being impulsive? And as a side note, an indulgence is a little bit. Overindulgence is a lot. And you have to be really aware that you're being just indulgent, not overindulgent. Now, the third excuse is, well, I just really want to be body positive. I should love myself the way I am. Now, I am all about this. You do need to love yourself the way you are. But this is a place you get to have an and. You get to be body positive and want to lose weight. You get to be body positive and want to be healthier. It's when we go about dieting, like, I just want to fit into this certain outfit at this certain date, and that's my goal. That's where we get into trouble. You can deprive yourself for a short amount of time, and you can reach that goal. But then what? You know, I can't even count the number of times that I just wanted to wear a certain outfit at a certain event. And so I did all kinds of crazy things to make that happen. And either it happened and I had a win, and it felt like the next day, like, what am I doing now? I've already reached the goal. Now I get to go back to normal. Or I didn't reach the goal and I was really mad at myself. I really, beat myself up that I wasn't strong enough to have the dedication, to deprive myself enough to get there. So the next day, after the outfit needed to be worn, why continue? Why not just go back to living the way I live? That kind of mindset, that kind of goal setting leads to yo-yo weight gain. What you want to do is focus on health. What is the level of health that you want to see? That is being body positive. Just wanting to be healthier. You can have that and be happy with your body. Being healthier, taking the actions consistently that improve your health, they're just naturally going to give you weight loss as a happy side effect. So you do get to be body positive and want to be healthier and lose weight. It's an and situation. You get it all. So question yourself when you're throwing that excuse out. Why are you settling? You get it all. You get to have the and. So at the end of the day, it really comes down to, are the actions that you're consistent with moving you in the direction you want to go? You know, are you creating a pattern that is moving you in the direction you want to go? Is the pattern that you're standing up for yourself? Is the pattern that you're being intentional? Or are you being impulsive? And what are the actions that you need to take? If this is an area that is confusing for you, if it's something that there's just so many options you don't know what to do, it's time to get unstuck. It's time to reach out. Because as your coach, I'm going to help you take the emotion out of the habit change. I'm going to make it more about what do you get when you have this habit change, not about the emotion of what you're giving up. Because the things you're giving up, you don't really want in the first place. But on your own, it feels like those are the things you want. Those are the things you need. So as a coach, I take the emotion out and I help you come up with the steps that are going to make it easier to stay consistent. Make it not feel like such a chore to have to be consistent with those habits. Make it feel like a want. You want to do those habits. So tell me, leave me a comment with what is the excuse that you hear yourself making all the time? What's that excuse? Leave me a comment, let me know, and I'll come back with how, have a conversation with you about what is a better way to view that excuse and try to get the ball rolling with you. So reach out if you know that you need a coach, you want to see what it would look like to work with me. I've got different options and we can decide which is going to be the best for you. So I look forward to hearing from you, and I will see you next week with another Kiss from Kristin. Bye-bye.